Here's the basic details that I've gotten from my auditor about this house. 2 stories, 2 bedrooms, 3 occupants. Here's the footprint. Like we said, it's slab on grade with a vented attic. There are fiberglass bats in the walls, an uninsulated attic, an older furnace, and we did do a blower door test and looked up some information on the hot water heater. And this is, once I've got all the geometry, I can build a pretty solid treat model with just this much information. Now, a treat file can actually have multiple models in it if I want it to. I don't typically use it that way, but that's why I'm going to say project group and then new. Start new building wizard or create blank project. And if I am doing a single family model, I almost always will want to do the start new building wizard. What I do like to make sure people understand is that after I finish the wizard, I go into detailed edit mode. I have the opportunity to change everything that I picked in the wizard. So at no point am I reaching like a point of no return. The TMY3 weather site is what I'm going to want to select. TMY stands for typical meteorological year. This is the weather file that's actually used to run the model to generate the energy results. And I always want to pick TMY3. That's the more recent average weather. I have a 2-story house. It had 2 bedrooms with 3 occupants. Medium walls with the dark roof. My foundation was a slab on grade, but notice I can pick conditioned basement, unconditioned basement, vented crawl space, unvented crawl space. There's a lot of flexibility here, and depending on what I pick, it'll ask me a depth below grade if I do have a below grade space, and that's so it can actually create above grade and below grade walls for that basement. Just demo some of the other features as I go. So we have a slab on grade foundation and a vented attic. Air leakage in treat can be specified in ACH natural, that's air changes per hour, often between 0.5 and 1. And when the data is available, CFM 50. And this building got a score of 3,000 CFM 50, which of course means cubic feet per minute at a 50 Pascal pressure difference. I could have, by default, gas or electricity are available in the wizard, but that can always be customized. Okay, so now conditioned space walls adjacent to the outside. So I'm looking for 2x4 walls with fiberglass bats. If I click here, I do get some quick options that I could pick, sort of a quick select feature. And the selections in this dropdown are user editable. So these can be your most common surfaces to speed up a lot of using treat focuses on efficient modeling. Otherwise, I go into the surface library. I filter for wood 2x4. I filter for a fiberglass bat, and I have a lot of options. In treat, you don't build custom assemblies. You pick from what's available in the library. And it's always good to keep in mind what's important as an energy modeler here. If I am looking for a wood-framed wall of a, so this frame, I should say, goes to inform heat capacity, how much heat the structure can hold, and then of course the R value, how quickly heat moves through the structure. And if I feel good about my R value and my frame, I'm not as worried about the English description. I know that heat capacity and R value are really the important parts of the energy model. So anything in here would probably be good. it's always good to have a description that does seem accurate. So gypsum board with fiberglass filled cavities with wood cladding, that seems like a good option for this model. Now I'm looking for the conditioned space ceiling adjacent to vented attic. So I'll go into the library again. I'll know that my ceiling is framed out of 2x6 or 2x8, or, you know, the sky's the limit with buildings, of course. And that was an uninsulated. And I want to be careful to understand that no insulation implies an open cavity. An air insulation means a closed cavity, an actual pocket of air. So I'm looking for probably some kind of gypsum board finished open cavity surface adjacent to my attic. So I'll pick this one. Now, conditioned space floor adjacent to ground, I have to make sure I remember what basement type I modeled. So in this case, this is a slab on grade. Perhaps it is 6-inch concrete. It may or may not pick carpet with pad. Foundation walls and floors adjacent to ground are not, unconditioned floors adjacent to ground are not included in this model. And the windows are clear glass with wood vinyl operable frames. And I do have glazing and framing libraries I can look through if I want more options, just like the surfaces.